Oh, hello. We're living the high life. What's up, everybody? Hello. I am your host. This is the Sheep Seats. I'm Matthew, aka Sheep, aka Dark Sheep. And we are here tonight, Saturday night, for another day of Sunday football. Had an incredible Sunday last weekend. We are living the high life. After last weekend, somehow I got lucky. My Baker double took it down. We're going to the Dawg Bowl. We're going to Dallas. Pretty ridiculous. Not something I actually expected to win. I chased plenty of money after it last year, wanting to experience that live draft. And this year we did it. We did it. Got it out of the way, so now we can take some of those winnings and just chase our money down the hole. I didn't expect it 1 week, much less back-to-back weeks. I named it like I had some secret for how I won, but really just came down to getting lucky. But tonight, I have no idea if Pennant drafts are going to fill, but we're going to try that first because I know the Dawg Bowl drafts are filling. We need 4 people. If you're out there, you want to draft some playoff baseball because, everybody's gone sicko mode. Apparently, I don't know why. Everybody's gone complete sicko mode on the Dawg Bowl Qualifier this week. It's already 91% full. Don't even know how many drafts there are going to be tomorrow morning. Guess everybody wanted to get ahead of Justin Mason. See, I don't even know our football players' names. That's going to be the secret here. That's the real secret I'm going to give up here. So I barely know all the football player names. But yeah, we need 2 for a pennant. We'll see if we fill this. Check in on that in a minute. We need 1 more for that now. So Twins look like they're going to lose again tonight. Let's see. Fangraphs still have Twins make the playoff odds at 84%. Tigers are up to 10 to get that wild card. I think they're winning tonight. Everything, yeah, let's see. Detroit lost tonight, so that's not even a thing. Yeah, with the Sheep Bowl, we wish. The Sheepdog Bowl. Yeah, so they're 2.5 games behind. But the Twins are just kind of on a skid, so we'll see if they end up making it to the playoffs or not. Otherwise, I mean, nobody's really winning to catch them is the only thing. Everybody's kind of losing at the same rate at this point. But it seems pretty safe now. Royals are pretty safe. NL is just the toss-up between the Braves and the Mets at this point for playoffs. I think I'm not drafting any Twins or Tigers regardless, but definitely think Braves and Mets are both live to make a run in the playoffs. As weak as the Braves lineup has gotten, no team is really firing on all health cylinders in the NL. I guess Padres might be the healthiest, best team right now. They got Darvish back. Yeah, we need 1 more if somebody wants to fill this pennant. And we can fire one of those off before we get over into the football realm. So far, I haven't really done a ton of pennants yet. Let's see, what are we filled at? We're at 20%. That's pretty nice for as little as long as it's been open. So that's exciting that everybody's kind of excited for this contest this year. The 7th inning stretch didn't feel great. but people seem to be interested in this. Pretty cool. I don't know if everybody saw floating around on Twitter that somebody, the guy that won the 7th inning stretch was, well, the dad of someone who had opened a Substack and started writing. So that's kind of fun. All right, we got, oh, nice. Bernie's in here. Free rolls, he made it in here. Nice. We got a nice room. There's one you don't see often, the Rudolph nose on anytime studs there. So we got the 12th pick. I think that's a better pick than the first pick. I always hate these playoff drafts getting early picks because you end up, either you scroll way down, start a team way off the radar, or you try to make one of these Yankees Dodgers stacks. I haven't checked out ADP on this for a while, so it should be interesting to see where we're at. Soto's down here, so it seems like maybe people are more and more waiting for their stacks. Jordan's up here. Houston seems to be pretty popular. Oh, all right. So we're starting with it. All right. We're starting with an Arizona team for Schwick. There. That's pretty fun. Bernie is starting a Philly stack. Yeah, and there goes Judge. So what are we going to do? Couple options here. We can start the infield Dodger stack, take that away from anytime studs. We could just lock down a Houston team. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take Houston. We're going to take Framber. Every time I try to push Framber after taking Jordan has not worked. So we're just going to take them both here at the 1-2 turn. What's going on, Brad? Hope you're doing good on this Friday night. Over here, we're living the high life. We'll see how many more times I can make that dumb joke tonight. So yeah, here we go. We, stack up your guys. I don't know if Verlander is in play for this lineup sometime next week. Hoping to get together with Chris Baseball. We're going to do maybe some debating on who do we actually want from some of these team stacks. What kind of rotations we think are going to go. That's fair enough. So I think I'm at 7 at this point in this week, and maybe get up to 10. We'll see. Maybe do a couple tonight, maybe do one in the morning. But like I said, that thing is filling. I guess it's 91. Maybe there's a couple drafts in the morning available. I'm not sure. All right, so I should probably pay attention. Everybody is staying in their lane. Marty goes over to his NL team with the Padres. Bernie gets his Philly massive. Anytime studs gets the super Dodger stack. Good for them. All right. So we are going to take Jose and Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker is not playing every day at the moment, but sounds like he's getting close to being able to play on back-to-back games. So obviously some worry there in terms of, his health and how much he'll actually be ready for the playoffs. But I think if you're telling yourself that Houston makes it to the World Series, Kyle Tucker is going to be part of that. And all right. I think Altuve is back. He was back Friday already. He had missed a game there with a little soreness. So always a little bit worried on that guy. All right, so we got our Houston stack here. Definitely going to be looking to figure out. So Schweck's going for the Arizona-Minnesota combo, but now we do need to figure out our NL team. I mean, there's an obvious one here that just plays into my fandom. Basically, it's Milwaukee. We could take some pieces from like the Dodgers if we wanted, but we're just gonna have some fun tonight and just get homerific here. We're gonna build this Houston-Milwaukee combo. I've already had, definitely have to figure out what we're doing with this Brewers pitching behind Peralta if you're stacking them up. Right now it's like Freddie, then they're all just one big clump to me. So I think Colin Ray, not as much. He's kind of struggled here a little bit. He's not a big strikeout guy. And I mean, either is Tobias Meyer, either is like none of these guys are super great. But I mean, I'm probably Frankie on the top of the list. He's got the lowest ADP, but you can kind of go wherever you want. Although we're gonna build this. Yeah, I just had to double check that Houston's not randomly going to get the bye. Yeah, right now, Yankees, Guardians, Orioles is kind of the group. So let's lock down our top end of Houston pitching. We're going to make this a Houston wins stack. So if you watched Stacking Dingers this week, we kind of laid out, or Chris helped lay out what he thinks is, the most optimal way to build your stack. The 7 guys from one team with, you want to take 3 from one pitcher. What's happening, Travis? Good evening. So yeah, we're going to do that. Right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Houston guys. It looks like, somebody jumped over and grabbed Bregman. So Marty here kind of has gone off the rails here. Started out with this Yankee stuff. I guess they're just kind of building a so I'm not sure why they took Bregman, but I guess just hoping for some production in the first round. Good night, everybody. My son's going to bed. Say good night to Henry. I guess, kind of lock in some with the Yankees on the bye, maybe lock in some production in the first round that maybe you don't get from the Yankees. Maybe they have a short series. All right, we're going to take Jackson Chourio here. And William Contreras. We're just going to lock in our Milwaukee. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. With Peralta, we got our 4-man Milwaukee stack. this way we're not taking any more of these questionable Milwaukee pitchers. And then we're just going to fill in Yanner Diaz, Jeremy Pena, assuming they don't go from us. So I would like to just, turn on autopilot at this point. We'll try to, let's see, let's get another one going. See how many people we need for another one. We can maybe get another one in. Yeah, we need all 5 if we want to do that. Otherwise, we can hop over to the Dawg Bowl while we wait for maybe some people to show up. So yeah, this is a beautiful room to be a part of. This is exactly what you want. Everybody in their lane. Obviously, we're giving anytime studs, the stud Dodger team, which, they have to make it to the World Series for that to matter. So, don't know how much we need to worry about that. It's hard. It is hard to. Oh, somebody took Pena. That's all right. We'll take Yanner Diaz, and we'll just throw in. Let's just get a Brewers guy. We'll go a little off our idea. Let's get a Bryce Trang on here. There's no one real. Like, we could go deeper. We'd be pretty unique if we get a Houston team in with like a John Singleton or something like that, and has a random awesome playoff. But I think I like the more guaranteed guy, and just to get there. But yeah, anytime studs gets that Dodgers, and then just sort of filled in a bunch of guys around it. So yeah, even when you get that, really great start, give someone a really great start like that. Sometimes they might do something silly like that. Obviously, this is they can cover a Dodgers team in the World Series no matter what. So it's not really that big of a deal, but yeah, Schweck at the front had the Arizona, Minnesota. Bernie got the Philly stack, and then mixed in some different options again from the AL. It's got Cleveland, KC. It's kind of a nice 3-team build there. So either way, that's a Philly plus 2 options at the NL side of their bracket. Marty gets a big Yankee stack, and then fills in a couple of Houston guys, and let's see, a Mets, a Philly. Yeah, so this is just, again, like the Dodgers. It's kind of a onslaught of Yankees, and then kind of a mix match of guys. And then our friend Free Rolls, or Whip Dole here, gets a Baltimore, San Diego team. So yeah, pretty nice room we got in. Yeah, there are 4 more for that, but we'll hop over into the Dawg Bowl lobby. That needs 5 people too. I guess it's pretty low energy tonight. I really didn't plan this ahead of time till this afternoon. Otherwise, maybe got a guest to come talk. But what's everybody else out there doing? What's everybody enjoying on this Saturday night? Oh, I made some nice tacos tonight. So I had these bone-in chicken breasts and some fresh tomatillos from the farmer's market today. So I made like a tomatillo salsa, and I roasted the tomatillos and some onions, some green pepper. in the oven for a little bit, and then blended that up into a salsa. Then I got the grill fired up and hit the chicken breasts on the grill to get some nice grill flavor. And brought them back in and finished them off on the stove in that tomatillo salsa. Oh, it was good. It was good. All right, here we are. We are full. We got some people. We got Dave is in a lot of these drafts. The head of winning is here, trying to get his ticket to the Dawg Bowl so he can make some content and get those sweet, sweet content dollars. I do wish, that I made some money on my show so I could, be in that position, but I don't really have the social media acumen of the head of winning. Copper's in here. Coop Joe's in a lot of these drafts. D-Rap's in a lot of these drafts. We got a pick 9. Not exactly an excellent pick. What do we want to do maybe here? I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do here. So the way I've been doing these and kind of what I did last week was just kind of mix up some concepts. So last week I just, I started out, I wanted to take advantage of ADP. I did the same thing this week. The early drafts, I was really wanting to target Mason and get him at the best value I could. Let's see how this goes. Obviously, Mike Evans was the guy I started with last week. Dang. So yeah, I did want to do the Debo there. I do not have a Debo team yet. So that's where I was talking about, mixing up some stuff that I did want to do that. Yeah, and there goes Rice. What do we want to do here? All right, so this is another one I haven't done any of. His Jonathan Taylor start, but obviously he has the Green Bay defense, which has not been great against the run last year, and it didn't look like this year either in one game. He projects fine for where he's going. Just had not made that click. Taking a little bit too much Lamar, kind of regretting. Did a couple of round 1 Lamars. Haven't really loved that. Seems like quarterback, is kind of flat after Lamar and Mahomes if you look at projections. I know everybody's picking Daniels pretty early for the running game. He doesn't project super great. And everybody's taking, who else are they taking? Anthony Richardson, who, Jeffrin takes Mason. Definitely wanted to grab him there. So let's just go for game scripts here. The 2 running backs that, could really benefit from the likely game script in these 2 matchups. With Malik Willis in Green Bay is, Indiana should be able to do what they want on defense. So we're going to play the 2 game scripts. Looks like our Pennant draft filled. Bryant's, you did get in here. Nice. Friend Bjorn Masterson's in here. The GOAT Sam Olsen's in here. So that's nice. Another good room. So we'll just double team these drafts. These Dawg Bowl qualifiers go pretty slow enough that it's not too bad to multi-table here. Yeah, and Don't look now, but Sam's also in the hunt for the drafters tournament too. I haven't looked at those standings in a while because mine are not good, but he was also he's up there. Let's check it out. Grab my phone here. Yeah, he's in second right now, but he's down by only 17 points. So that still runs for a couple of weeks. That goes through the whole season. So he's live for that 10,000 too. Might as well win everything. All right, so let's see. Let me take Soto first. Interesting. I hate this isn't updating. 13 picks away. All right. All right, we're gonna build a Phillies team here. All right, the top tier of tight end is gone. We're through. We've got our running backs filled. All right, so we're on the clock over here. We'll just grab Kyle Schwarber quick. All right, let's take a little mini correlation here. You know, I said we were playing the game script, so we're going to play that. Vegas isn't really doing good. You know, the way I think, you know, a vintage Devontae Adams game kind of gets them there, maybe keeping up with Baltimore. So we'll just take Brock Bowers here. His projects super great, but we saw last week he can put up a fine score. So then our tight end's closed, and we can kind of do anything from here. We can kind of go anywhere from here. We got Amari Cooper sitting here. We got Terry McLaurin. We got a DK. All right, so I got an idea. We're gonna grab an Amari Cooper there. Zach Wheeler for our Phillies team here. Make sure we queue up. Somebody grab Trey Turner, which is annoying. Not the end of the world. Although he has been kind of, you know, he's been kind of the guy there. We'll get Aaron Nola. So who took Trey? So Kellogg here is in full goblin mode. Kellogg is in this, you know, this is kind of how my rooms have been going. There's been one guy in goblin mode, just, you know, grabbing up whoever at the top of the ADPs. I think we should start calling it that, by the way. I'm just deciding this now for the community. But yeah, this guy's in goblin mode. That's what we're going to call it. I'm not as good at coining phrases as John is. It is. I've been doing a lot of early 2 running back up to this point. We're back over here. All right, let's do this. I haven't built any Kansas City teams yet, so let's do that. Let's make this our Kansas City team. When is Vinny P's out, right? Yeah, he's not going to be back. Get Casty here. All right, where are we at over here? Sorry for all the jumping around if you're trying to watch this, but that's what happens when a couple things run. So we got this mini Baltimore Vegas thing going on. We got the game script. Jonathan Taylor takes over that game. Don't really want a Packers run back on that. And we grabbed Cooper here. Kind of have some options with Cooper. There is a build there. Who else is sitting here? Jameson Williams is sliding. Seems like not everyone's totally sold, but he usually still goes every draft. See, I'm going to look to grab someone here that I don't think is going in every draft. And that is Christian Kirk. Obviously, one catch in game one. Not what you want to see. But I don't think that's going to be every game this year. But I'm obviously no expert. I don't know anything about Jacksonville other than they were fine last year until Trevor Lawrence got hurt, and Kirk can put up big games last year. So grabbing Alec Boehm, who should be healthy in time for the playoffs. All right, so I'm going to throw Colt Reagan's up at the top. Yeah, this kind of stinks. I'm guessing Sam's auto drafting. All right, we are back on the clock here and finish off this team with Trevor Lawrence, who, I don't know, just seems like no one's stacking Jacksonville. So we'll get a Jacksonville team. And kind of we get our last 3 picks, we get a game stack. Let's hop back over here. We're going to grab our Cole Reagan's KC pitcher. Yeah, Phillies are in line for the bye. So this is going to be sort of a thin team to get there. We gotta. This is a sort of game, sort of build that you're hoping that the Phillies come in and play a 5-game series, go to all 5 in their first round. Let's get Salvi here. And kind of Tommy Phan's my favorite other Kansas City piece. He's just a quote-unquote professional hitter. So let's see. Sam's building the Milwaukee-Houston team. I got the Philly KC team. Joshua, Padres, Yankees. Kellogg is in goblin mode still. Brian's did a little bit of a pivot there. I like that. I like how you pivoted. Milwaukee's obviously not really, or maybe not obviously, he's not a team that we love splitting. What's happening, JMC? So yeah, you get Freddie, you get some guys gone, and then pivot over to the Arizona stack. I like it. You're this way. You got your big Baltimore stack, and you're live for maybe a Baltimore, Arizona, a Baltimore, Milwaukee World Series. I might add another Milwaukee bat to that. And then Bjorn with a Dodgers, Minnesota. I like it. These are the rooms we like to be in. We got the one guy going off the rails, but no big deal. So let's check it out. Yeah, that was my 8th DBQ there. Oh, that's right. We can't save the board. And it closed out. Cool. That's awesome. We love that. Oh, yeah, you can see all my potential teams here. I guess that one didn't pop up yet. I don't know. But, yeah, we've been here going. Yeah, the Goblin Mode guy took last now, who, if you haven't heard, not following baseball is likely out even for the playoffs. Let's see, we got one more pick. Let's get a Seth Lugo going here. This way, we're kind of insulated. In the first round, we'll get a couple of starts out of Lugo and Reagan's. If Casey moves on, and Philly will get one start out of these guys, and then kind of be set going forward if they advance. But do really need to take another bat. Feel pretty strong with where we're at there. Yeah, let's fire up one more DBQ here with the crew. One more person needed for that. Yeah, this thing's gonna fill tonight. This is sick. people want this. And I understand. Obviously, I've chased this ticket. The head winning is gets picked 2 again. I forgot to look at his team. I saw someone was saying that he's just drafting off of ETR straight ranks. So maybe you can use that information in your lobbies against him. That was nice. Got a couple of pennant drafts filled. That's fun. A Philly team and a Houston team. Kind of my 2 main staples this year. Most years, actually, in the playoffs. We could pick 8 again. So, yeah, obviously, as I said before in the last draft, we're kind of hoping to take Debo there. But we'll see what the room does. If we get anything strange. For the most part, these first rounds don't get too strange. I think I've had one first pick so far, but I don't think it really matters. Thinking about adding the Milwaukee bat late would have been the mood. Yeah. That's what we kind of thought. So this is normal. Big Joe, the only non-badge in the room. These drafts are definitely a who's who of the platform. Jamar going 6. That seems earlier than normal. All right, so we got it. Ooh, no, I can't pass this up. There's a specific start that I've been trying to get that I maybe got once. So obviously Debo is going to go off this weekend since I passed up. I haven't got him at all, but I don't think we're going to get the start here. But Kyron's just got that huge workload potential. One of the few bell cows. I mean, if you look at, I kind of use an amalgamation of different projections. I kind of have a blitz ETR mix that I use just so I'm not leaning too heavily into everybody else's numbers. Just get slightly different. But yeah, Kyron is, Brees has got a huge lead, and then it's Kyron and someone else, or a couple of people there. This is interesting on the end. This is something Travis Kelce is a name that I'm kind of making a gut call this year on. I think they just want him for the playoffs. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get it. Copper takes Mason. I definitely wanted the Kyron Mason start. So do we put ourselves behind wide receiver again like we did last time and take, yeah, I do like that. I don't think there's a lot of Kyron, Jonathan Taylor combinations. I do have, let's see, consult my, so I save all the boards that I'm in on this contest. I tried to save all the drafts I'm in. So I see a Kyron Gibbs team. There's a Kyron Pacheco team. Kyron Pacheco. Okay, yeah, so I like that. So we're putting ourselves behind on these elite wide receivers. And I think we're going to get a pretty unique combination with Kyron and Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, that I'm in, a very small percentage of these drafts, but I do try to save all the boards so I can reference them as I draft for situations like that where there's, a coin flip sort of decision. Kind of go for one that I haven't seen, combination I haven't seen. And then I do like just like looking through the boards and seeing what stacks people are doing and stuff like that. Or, well, in this case, people don't stack very much at all in these. Deebo's really jumped up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that just because the variety of, the whole time. You kind of expect people to get different values. That's why I like to, when I started, I was, grabbing Jordan Mason in the third round as much as I could. So it seemed like that was a good decision. All right, we got a couple of options here. We're going to take Chris Godwin. Mr. Godwin brought us the win last week. I've not drafted him. So this is... Yeah, I understand this, but so I was talking about this group of projections. Basically, Breece Hall, when I do my little average, he's got a 20 point. Again, so I just use FanDuel projections because it's the closest scoring. So this is really rough. But Breece Hall is like 2 points ahead of everybody, and then Kyron, Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Mason are all 2 to 3 points ahead of the field. So I am not concerned. I'm going to take that projection bump. Tight end is a wasteland again, as always. I think, I do think George Kittle's nice on a team like this, where we passed up on Deebo. Obviously, or I don't think Minnesota is a good matchup for him. I've listened to like one football thing this week, so my knowledge is very low, as I've said multiple times. But I do think that. I was thinking about Evan Ingram, who actually, he's kind of where the projections fall off. Yeah, and it did seem like Kittle was hanging around a little bit, so I like that play. I like what we're doing here. And then our options are open once again. This last, you can do a lot with taking a last wide receiver or a late right wide receiver and a quarterback combination. Okay, so or snapback Jack could take Jared Goff. What are we doing here? I guess he has Jahmyr Gibbs, but that's definitely not. Anyway, he's going to qualify, and it's going to be annoying. I said it. Said it out loud. Come for me, all you masses of. I don't think most people watching this have probably a similar opinion to me. Ooh, David Montgomery. That's spicy. Do not think I even considered clicking David Montgomery. Yeah, Carp takes Williams. So we're going to get a little bit nuts here. Are we? Like, the smart thing to do is take... Yeah, this is what we're going to do. So I was thinking about trying to run back the Baker doubles, and I don't even know the guy's name. Jalen McMillan got a touchdown, making a Baker double there, but I like this idea better. Good old Ed McConkey against Carolina. One thing I do know is that Carolina's bad defense, so let's see what Travis says. Yeah. But he's good for the brand, whatever, he gets eyeballs on Underdog. I understand it. He's obviously a smarter businessman than I, with however he built a empire on Snapchat or whatever. I don't know. I haven't edited a video or done video editing since high school, but I am contemplating, trying to record my experience and maybe put out a video of, the Dawg Bowl trip, kind of a mini travel log. All right, so yeah, I don't hate this. Obviously, everyone's afraid. Yeah, definitely, it would have been unique. I think I've seen him go solo once, but I also don't think many people are doing Ladd's getting drafted, but I don't think a lot of people are putting Justin Herbert with him because everyone's afraid of the run game just taking over for the Chargers, and it makes sense. It's what the team wants to do, but I don't mind it. All right, so yeah, we end up with that team. What time is it? We're going for 15 minutes here. A couple people still hanging out, so maybe we'll do one more. I'll get to my 10 drafts in tonight, and that way I don't have to worry about maybe filling another one in the morning. See if we get some interesting. All right, so Dave throws a Deontay Johnson in there. That's a name I have not seen. I like it. I'm gonna, live the high life a little bit more here. Open that baby up. So yeah, that was draft number 9 for me. I targeted 8 to 10. Kind of did a few early, more than I wanted to do, trying to get good Mason teams. Actually, I don't really mind showing what I've got so far. While we wait maybe for one more to fill up. So yeah, as I said on the winner circle over on the Badge Bros channel, is I like to do a few goal line stands first to get a few draft boards and get a few reps in. I think that's a really great way. Yeah, Meatwad knows. We're living the high life. We're having the champagne of beers. We could have champagne to celebrate the win last week, but we're going to have the champagne of beers. So we got 9 teams here. That's right. You see a Daniel Jones double stack. This I sent this to Nez. He said this is the heat check lineup right here. That if you can win with a Giants double stack. But yeah, like Breece Hall, like I've been trying to get these sort of crazy running back starts. Let's see, we got pretty standard little Rams double with Colby Parkinson. Like I said, I did get a couple Lamar teams. Don't really, yeah. So here's a Lamar with Adams and Likely. I like that. Rockets here. Says get in here. We need 2 more people. Here's a Lamar stack that went off the rails. Don't love this. There's no correlation. I'd consider this a bad draft by me. We got here. Here's a third Lamar team. Yeah, so this is another Lamar Devontae run back. Looks like I think this one I was trying to push one of the tight ends to go with Lamar, but did not come out. Let's see. This is my other. No, this is the Trevor Lawrence team we just built. Because I have another. Yeah, this is the one I built before. Yeah, here's the Kyron Mason start that I was trying to push trying to get last week. But this one we got the Lawrence, Kirk, and Ingram combo with no Cleveland run back. Let's see, we got this is the one we just built. Here's my other Herbert team. Kyron Ramondre, Amari, yeah, Ladd, yeah, Trey McBride. So I don't think any of these are super crazy. I mean, outside of the Daniel Jones double stack, which is probably pretty unique, but pretty a low chance of that going off. But who knows? If it does, and I have Breece and Jordan Mason with it, seems pretty nuts if somehow it magically happens. One more person. I don't really expect this to take too long, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this time we'll see where we draft at, but we'll try and build a wide receiver round 1 pick here. It's funny, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to feel confident. I don't feel confident. I just feel like I got lucky last week. Yeah, I mean, I think you can also, like, the Badge Bros have done a few on-stream ones, and those are really sharp rooms when they do a stream draft. So I think even if you don't get time to run a goal line stand, maybe watching one of their drafts would be helpful too. But I think with the stakes on the line, it just feels good to get that. Oh, we get to pick 1. All right. Glad. Thanks for filling this. Excellent. Dave and Jack are in here. Copper's in here, running the tables. Bryant, you made it in here. Rocket Sauce, excellent. Yes. The Influencer 101. And this is what we're doing. I got one cup team. I don't have any lamb teams. So we're going to make this our lamb team. This is going to be our CD lamb team. So I did look through earlier, and I think about half the teams I've seen of the drafts that I've been, CD has been stacked with Dak. So that's definitely something to consider on like these really early round guys. Ooh, Kyron goes third to Rocket. Nice. I like the call. I mean, I'm still probably taking Brees Hall higher, but I like it. Let's see. Bryant, what do we go with here? Pick 9. Debo and Taylor are off the board. That makes it kind of tough. Who goes with Mike Evans? Okay. There is a lot of, I've seen a decent amount of Rice and Mahomes stacks. Let's see. Maybe not as many as I think. He's actually probably stacked. That stack is probably less than just glancing through these boards. There you go. I think there's probably less Rice Mahomes teams than like Lamb Prescott teams. So I think in that sort of scenario, I'm interested in the larger Prescott stack and getting another Dallas piece in there. So I think that's going to be our goal on this, just to pull that lever on all the other CD Dak teams that are going to be fairly popular. Yeah, funny here. Mason goes all the way to Copper. Did not take Mason. He took Gibbs this time, which I wish he would have done in the other draft that we were in with him. I wanted that Kyron Mason start again. All right, Trey McBride goes. I was kind of looking to grab him there. You know what? I said we weren't doing it, but this is a decent fall. This is going to be, I think, a fairly unique team. Grabbing Travis Kelce here. And then I want to get a running back here before we get totally pulled out. Yeah, we're going to make this the super. We're going to try to make this the super stack. Get an Alvin Kamara run back with CD. Let me look. CD. Yeah, I don't see any of my handful of draft boards that I have saved. I do not see any CD Kamara teams. Oh, nice. Free rolls, you made it in here. I like this. I like that start. Get your guy in Baker. probably the first time Baker's gone over Jaden Daniels in these drafts. Unfortunately for Bryant, he kind of blew up your Baker stack there, but I don't think that's terrible. There's there's still plenty of options to go. Plenty of options to go to. So yeah, hopefully we don't get sniped on Dak, but I do feel like people aren't too super conscious of stacking in these lobbies. I do feel like most people are sort of all over the board, and that they see Dak there and they might take him. Hopefully not the case. We got to make it all the way back to us. I'm not feeling too confident. Yeah, that happens. These rooms are sharp. It does happen. Like I said, I had that Lamar team that just is totally uncorrelated, and I hate it, but and even now this this team, like I said, I started saying before in a previous draft that I feel like they are not going to use Kelsey much at all. They're going to, have him off the field as much as they can and still win games. Just to have him, fresh and good in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't think you should hate your team. You got a little game correlation, Tampa, Detroit. James Conner's a fine pick. I do wonder if this is the year that Devontae finally falls off. He's I don't know, if I had to pick a favorite football player currently playing, it might be him, just from his years in Green Bay. Just how awesome he was to watch each week. So I'm definitely cheering for him this year again. But who knows? That team's a mess too. So far, well, it's up to you, Rocket, if you're gonna take Dak from us. Bryant, Dave. I think Shorty Vegas here is a wild card on the end. So I think we're just going to take him here. We're going to take Dak before somebody gets tempted. And then yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do the Dallas double. I was thinking about pushing him there because they're, Charbonnet, White, Ford, Jones, ETN. There's a limited pool of running backs that I really want to target left. So we'll just see what happens here. If the running back pool gets dried up, obviously maybe that wasn't the right decision. Yep. Totally understand the Devontae Adams pick. He leaves you open to some, if you really want to get Garner in there, you can definitely do that. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I feel like there's a chance that Cooks comes back to us, but when I started this draft, I really wanted to. I talked about how I wanted to get that bigger Dallas stack than is more common than the Dak CD stack. So I'm scared of what I'm going to be left with at running back when it gets back to me. And maybe this is a 3 wide receiver team. But yeah, that was a super interesting decision. Yeah, that's why I love these 12 team drafts. I just like them so much more than the 6 team. Like 6 team drafts, I have a hard time scrolling and getting unique. I know I can win. I can win 2 more, right? Thanks, Eric. Nice to see you here, my friend. Nice to see you. Hopefully, maybe you get one in. Ooh, Shorty's going with the Deshaun Watson. You know, I I took Danny Dimes, so I can't really talk about quarterback picks here. Let's see. Mark Zorner could take a running back here. That's what I'm kind of eyeballing now. Big Joe could take a running back. No, he's got double. Everybody else has double. All right. That's excellent. That's perfect. That leaves us Aaron Jones or Najee Harris. I like it. That's not a terrible last pick running back. Obviously, Aaron Jones was on my winning team last week. Najee just has huge volume, but I don't know. I just like Aaron Jones as a player. Former man. I wish we had him on the team. Remain starting quarterback. I mean, Danny Dimes also probably has that note. All right, so there we go. That is our 10th and likely final draft in this week's DBQ. Maybe I'll do another one in bed in a little bit, or you might see me in another room or 2. We'll see how crazy I get this evening. But thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We got a couple of Pennant drafts in. It's excellent. We got a couple of DBQs in, and we had some good times hanging out. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. Probably running back this Saturday night, the next few weeks and stuff too. So everyone, good luck out there, and may all your players get touchdowns.